Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 25. I'm John Cooney here to talk to you about comics released the 25th of July 2012. But first, before we do, I'd like to offer my condolences to those who lost loved ones in the tragic shooting in Aurora, Colorado last weekend, and offer 12 seconds of silence for those who died. Having gone to the Batman premiere at midnight myself, I certainly sympathize with those who were affected by this unfortunate event. And speaking of the Batman movie, though, I did want to say that I enjoyed it very much, although it's been interesting the questions that I've been getting this week from friends who have asked me about the way the the movie compares to the comic books, and I just have to shrug my shoulders and say that they certainly took some liberty with characters, but I nonetheless enjoyed it very, very much. Now, moving on to the comics out this week from DC, we've got Aquaman number 11. This is a book that I've caught up on recently and have enjoyed. This features the Other League Part 5, with the others catching up with Black Manta, but are they really united as a team? We've got Batman the Dark Knight number 11. Scarecrow makes a bold move against Batman using Commissioner Gordon as bait, and the terrifying past of both Scarecrow and Batman come back to haunt them. We've got Before Watchmen Comedian number 2. Brian Azzarello continues telling the backstory of the comedian in the 1960s with JFK as well as his experience in Vietnam. We've got The Flash number 11, the new 52 debut of Heatwave, and the Flash is on a crash course with the Rogues. We've got Superman number 11, a powerful and violent being from a different dimension is mistakenly brought to Earth, and only Superman can stop it. And we've got Teen Titans number 11, Wonder Girl's past revealed while her armor revolts. For Marvel this week, we've got Amazing Spider-Man 690. Now there might be more than one lizard, and Spider-Man might notice if he wasn't so busy trying to save everyone from the crazed Morbius, the living vampire. And also in this issue, we have new developments for the Kingpin, Madam Web, Horizon Labs, and the Hobgoblin. We've got Astonishing X-Men number 52 with the aftermath following last month's X-Treme issue. We've got Avengers number 28 featuring the last stand of the Red Hulk. We've got FF20, the Light Brigade, takes a closer look at the Universal Inhuman supergroup, see what happens when they're called home, and witness the shocking events of what happened when Black Bolt caught the new Supreme Intelligence. We've got Incredible Hulk number 11 as Banner continues to torment the Hulk as Stay Angry story arc continues. We have a Lost City of Sasquatches featuring the world's deadliest hunter, Kraven. We've got Mighty Thor number 17, the Enchantress and her keep run riot and no one stirs to stop them. And if that's not enough, who dares stop the Deconsecrator? And how can the Nine Realms escape a nightmare with no end? We've got Secret Avengers number 29. To prevent a death, the Secret Avengers must risk starting a war. A secret romance heats up, and a rivalry between two members threatens to jeopardize the mission. Will Hawkeye discover he has a spy on his team in time to prevent tragedy? We've got Ultimate Comics The Ultimates number 13 with the return of the Ultimate Captain America, as this book enters the Divided We Fall storyline, which is the Ultimate Comics line event for this summer. And I'm excited to see this because I was frankly upset with the lack of continuity that we are seeing in the Ultimate Comics line, so I'm glad that they're doing a crossover storyline that's going to tie these books together again. We've also got Wolverine and the X-Men number 14, another Avengers vs. the X-Men tie-in. We can't say much about this book, but it does have Kitty Pryde on a date with Colossus on the front cover. Now, this is not the Juggernaut-powered Colossus, but now the Phoenix-powered Colossus. We've got X-Men Legacy number 270, another Avengers vs. X-Men tie-in. Is Rogue vs. Miss Marvel, and by the end of the issue, one of these women will change their allegiance. We've got Extreme X-Men number 1. This is spinning out of the pages of Astonishing X-Men. We travel the multiverse with Captain Howlett, Kid Nightcrawler, and Emmeline Frost. Which X-Men will be lost between dimensions with no guaranteed way home? And finally, from IDW this week, we've got Trio number 3 as John Byrne's return to classic superhero stories continues. From beyond the stars comes a menace that makes unexpected allies of our trio of heroes and the one that we've met called Nautilus. But can even their combined powers be enough to stand against Cosmos? That's it for me for this week. I know there's a lot of other books that I didn't cover, plenty more out there, so be sure to check with your local comic book shop for more books that may pique your interest. These are the books that have piqued my interest this week. Be sure to check out the comic book blog, he'sgotissues.com, to see what I'm reading as I read it, and to let me know what you're reading. Also, don't forget, both the League of Nerds and He's Got Issues are now part of the Comic Podcast Network, so you can see us there as well as many other fine comics podcasters. So, until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.